Do you have the need for speed?
You can drive or ride in a real NASCAR race car
At Myrtle Beach Speedway.
There's no lead car to follow. No instructor rides with you.
In-car, two-way radio communications.
Yes, passing is allowed.
It's as real as it gets.
Pace car rides are only $20. The NASCAR racing experience at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Walk-ups always welcome.
As the green flag flies, and Nick Sanchez and Tommy Lemons will lead these field of drivers into turn one.
Sanchez stands on it now, moves off the second quarter. He really gave it up getting into turn one, almost as if he wasn't quite sure of himself. Now he's down at the bottom of the racetrack. You have to be real careful. You could easily get into someone's quarter panel. First lap was Tommy Lemons. The second lap could very well be the young 17-year-old driver, as he's going to get bragging rights here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Lemons dives to the bottom now. The outside lane has got to have a lot of speed to be able to overtake the first two drivers. Milliken has been normally laying back. At least he did in the last race we had here on a borrowed car, and came to the top five and ended up running in second place. Ryan Glenski down on the inside now starts to press the bumper on the rear of the 0-2, but look who's running in second place now. Jeremy McDowell from nearby Conway, South Carolina, is starting to show his muscle the hard way on the high side of the racetrack. And he's got plenty of power. Look at him now when he starts the drag race down the back straightaway. Getting ready for a restart. Once again, we should be seeing lap 20 next time by, and that will be halfway. These are two sprint races here this afternoon.
Bell and Bell pace car on pit lane. The green flag's going to fly, and Jeremy McDowell with a great start. Kind of might have caught Nick Sanchez sleeping a little bit there on that start, as we'll race down the back straightaway in a huge lead for the number 83 McDowell, as Nick Sanchez now fighting to hang on to second spot on the racetrack.
Halfway this time by. The start is in the box, and the leader has the guy that's basically starts. If he didn't go, Jeremy McDowell just shot on by me. But you remember, he had the same problem getting into turn one on the initial lap, where he didn't go full throttle down there. He was a bit reserved, and in doing so, he didn't lead those first couple of laps. Tommy Lemons did in the 27.
Yeah, well, Nick Sanchez getting some experience here today on how to restart a race at Myrtle Beach Speedway. That Honda Generators number 98, very fast race car. They've got that car set up, but yet third place now for the pole setter. Jeremy McDowell will see a white flag in the windshield of the number 83 machine. This time by, Tolson will hold it in the air, and the white flag will fly one more time around the Myrtle Beach Speedway for the 83 of Jeremy McDowell. Milliken, he's still got a back bumper full of that youngster. Nick Sanchez, the Honda Generator 98, and Tommy Lemons. They are second, third, and fourth on the racetrack with a half lap to go.
Parks Automotive, the business that Kenny McDowell, his dad, who passed away last year, owned along with his son Jeremy, and Jeremy goes under the checkered flag. It's been a long time since we've seen him claim a victory here at Myrtle Beach.
We lost my dad last year to a heart attack. That's a sudden thing. He loved this sport. We started go-kart racing when I was 8. We started out here when I was 15. He loved it. I know he's watching over us now, and I know he's jumping up and down in heaven.
Do you have enough car and enough tire to win the second of these twin 40s?
I don't really care. I just wanted to win one for him.
Well, you won it. Congratulations to Jeremy McDowell and all his guys that helped him get here.
So the pace car, the Bell and Bell pace car will dive on pit lane, and the field of Charger cars roll through turn 4, led by the 27er Joe Armakovich from the outside line. The green's going to go in the air. The Renegade race fuel green flag flies today for the Chargers. For the first time in turn one, go a Charger race car field of racers. They'll look into turn one through the center of the turn. Armakovich from the outside of that front row will try to pull him off the turn two, and now they're working to corner three. Corner number three, the 88 of Alex Hicks, your defending Charger champion. He'll try to run for the race lead off turn four to lead lap one. He won't get it done. Armakovich.
Hicks is going to drive it in deep, though. Almost tagged the left rear quarter on the corner of the 17. Now here comes Hicks back.
So Alex Hicks will take advantage of the 27 driving hard into the turn and pushing up the racetrack. So they'll go door to door off turn four.
Around on the back straightaway, trying to stay running. Looks like that's Corey Rutherford, Jamie Rutherford's son, but he is moving. There is no yellow, but many of these drivers have two-way radios and spotters, so they back out of the throttle momentarily to avoid the accident midway the back straightaway, which cleared itself up. That trio of cars putting on the show, and look at Armakovich. Now, we could say he's getting on the accelerator a little early and breaking those tires loose, and if that is the situation, he's got the power, he just doesn't have enough tire.
The 88 car will drive the 27 machine up the racetrack and take over the race lead. Armakovich into the outside retainer wall, and we got a bid for the race lead as Clifton Black takes a peek on the inside of Alex Smith. No caution. Alex Hicks will lose that lead to Clifton Black in the 13 machine. A new race leader, Clifton Black. Clifton Black will take over the race lead on an incident between the 88 and the number 27 machine, as the 27 machine will come just about to a stop. He will come to a stop.
He's going to bring the yellow out. He'll bring the yellow out.
The front nose piece is kind of bent in on that 27 car, and Tolson will put the caution out.
The complexion of this race could change. The 27 car, those cars in front of him, except for those first two or three, will give way to him to allow him by. So if the 88 is behind him, the 88 will also get a free pass, more or less.
Any one of those top five rows, any one of them, can get this one done here today. It's going to be some fireworks, though, in the back. Watch that, the two faster cars, the 27 and also the 88, work their way through the field.
Kevin Barnhill is going to drive it right down the turn one on the high side. Will Barnhill be the leader on the back straightaway? Barnhill now pulling abreast of the 13 Clifton Black. He's ahead now, but it's treacherous going into turn three.
Barnhill will be up high on the racetrack, the preferred line, that low line through turn four, and that's where we will find Clifton Black in the 13, and he will take a solid lead as they go across the start-finish line. So Clifton Black is your race leader in car number 13. Kevin Barnhill, the 15 machine, is second on track. We got a dogfight for third between the Brian Owens, number 9, and that Granger, number 11 machine. The white flag going to fly this time by. Tolson will display it in the air, and the Renegade Race Fuel white flag will fly one more time around the racetrack for Clifton Black in the 13 machine. Clifton Black in that 13 car started very well on the front row at the start 30 laps ago, and right now he is showing them how to get around the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Clifton Black for the final time will look into turn three. Down low on the racetrack, Barnhill will try to reel him in. He will run out of time. Clifton Black off turn four. Checkered flag in the air. The Renegade Race Fuel checkered flag goes to Clifton Black for race number one of the 2019 season for the Charger cars.
I can't thank Chad and Sam and Mr. Elliott and all them enough, and my dad, my little girl Casey, for everything. It's been a long time coming, and it's finally here.
Well, congratulations to you. How did you view the race coming to you? Did you think you even stood a chance with the guys up front?
Actually, there at the end, I left a little bit on the table just in case that wasn't everything I had, but so we was just saving it just in case there was a couple more cautions because we know how Charger races are.
Definitely coming into this first race, we had a lot to prove coming off of a championship last year. And but it's still early in the season. It was just a hard race and incident, and we'll come back in the next one and try to recover.
Willie Granger on board the 9 truck.
So Lucas Williams will start inside row 2. B.J. Mackey outside the second row. Adam McCumbee, the 16 machine. Strom Altman will start outside row 3 and the 7 as they go green this time by. Supertrucks will sail it off into turn 1, and they are door to door for the race lead, door to door for third, door to door for sixth, as they are still side by side through the first 4 rows of competition here on the first of 50 laps of racing.
B.J. Mackey on the 57 truck. B.J. sits up there now in third place, battling a driver to the inside of him. Down the back straightaway they go. Matt Cox has given up the lead.
So Sean Gardner, your new race leader, will bring him off turn number 4. And he'll go across the stripe as the race leader. Matt Cox second on track. Third place. It was a kind of a photo for third, but Lucas Williams scored third. B.J. Mackey fourth.
B.J. Mackey on the 57 truck. Lucas Williams riding in third place now. Strom Altman battling for 5th place.
Sean Gardner, your race leader, will lead about a 4. And that Renegade race field, green flag back in the air once again as Sean Gardner leads him into turn 1. Lucas Williams on the outside in that 28 machine. He'll hang strong on the outside and really strong as Lucas Williams will drive it off turn 2, and he'll race down the back straightaway with Sean Gardner on the inside. Williams on the outside in turn 3.
Is it going to stick through turn 4? He's trying to get down to the bottom of the racetrack now, and Lucas Williams is your new leader, and a crash out of turn 4.
Big crash off turn 4 on the outside retainer wall as the number 9 will get a piece of it, but the hard luck goes to the Remington Prince, number 25. Remington Prince, Moncks Corner, South Carolina driver, will come to a stop on the front straightaway here at Myrtle Beach, and boy, that was a hard lick for the 25 machine as he comes out of the race car. That's a good indication that driver's okay.
Now the second truck just exiting 4, so now we've got 2 trucks that are going to need a lot of assistance to get back to the pits.
They're going to put a red flag out on the racetrack here and stop this race and make sure these drivers are okay.
I don't think Lucas is going to get snookered this time. Well, yeah, he did.
Sean Gardner is on the wheel today. I've watched Sean Gardner race a lot of races in a truck race. I've never seen him win a race in a truck race. Tonight could be history for myself to watch Sean Gardner win this race in a commanding
Here comes Lucas.
fashion.
Here comes Lucas. Lucas is standing on it. He is flat standing on it, almost into the back of the 44 truck, trying to cross over and get under him, and the yellow's out again.
So here we go. Sean Gardner from the inside line will lead him off turn 4. And the Renegade race field, green flag for again goes in the air. And again, Sean Gardner didn't quite snooker him that bad, but he still got him on that restart. Sean Gardner, he's got the restarts nailed here tonight. But here comes Lucas Williams. He'll fight back on the outside.
It might have something to do with what the gear ratio is in second or third gear. Because then he starts coming back, like right here. Gets forced up against the outside retaining wall. But Lucas is driving as hard as I've ever seen him drive now. Now he's abreast of him. They're going down the back straightaway. Can Lucas pull ahead? That's the question.
Who brought the horsepower is what we're going to call this one into turn 3. Lucas Williams, he'll drive it into turn 3. Here we go for the green. The Renegade race field, green flag back in the air once again. And the Supertrucks are back under green flag racing here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Leaders will take him into turn 1 by way of your 28 machine, Lucas Williams. But look who's on the outside, fighting hard on the outside for that top spot, B.J. Mackey. Mackey on the inside in the 57 machine. Lucas Williams outside the truck number 28. Leaders will come door to door off turn 4. 3 to go this time by the start finish line. And Lucas Williams by a fender hangs on to the top spot on the
B.J. Mackey's a tough competitor, and he will not give up. He's now in a position side by side, wheel to wheel, and hub to hub. And I've seen B.J. Mackey fight like this before. He saved whatever he's got for these closing laps, and he is there knocking on the door.
Well, B.J. Mackey by a fender will not lead this one again by a fender. He's still second place on the racetrack as they roll through turn 2, still door to door for the race lead. And Adam McCumbee in that 16 machine right there, third. Here we come through turn 4, 1 to go. White flags out for these race leaders, and still by a fender. Lucas Williams out front for the final time. We're going to go 3 wide almost through the turn 2. Nope, he'll think better of it. Corner number 2, still double file. As they race down the back straightaway, B.J. Mackey with the preferred groove in turn 3 for the race lead. Last lap pass. Can it happen? B.J. Mackey off turn 4. Lucas Williams hanging out with Mackey. On the last lap pass, wins it here this afternoon in Myrtle Beach Speedway.
I didn't save a whole lot the whole race. I mean, I think the top 5 went pretty hard. But I guess the top 3 or 4 trucks was pretty even. I mean, it was just who was going to mess up and who wasn't. But on the green white checker, that 26, he was really good. But it was just when he went to the outside, I was like, oh, you know. I mean, I know why he done it because it's got more grip out there. But ours stuck, so we got by him. But it was a hell of a race.
Pace car will dive on pit lane. The Bell & Bell Buick will dive on pit lane, and Brooks Store, the number 9 machine, will lead this field of late model drivers to the green flag. 28 cars going to the green, this time by the Renegade Race Field. Green flag in the air, and Brooks will dive low on the racetrack. And there goes Brian Glinsky around the Brooks Store, and Glinsky will do some business down the back straightaway with the Brian Voss 26 as that goes door to door down the back stretch and into turn 3.
Whoa, this is going to be tight coming through the 4th quarter here with several cars, including Store on the inside of Tommy Lemons. When she showered down on the accelerator, she broke the rear end loose on the start. That's why she fell back to 4th place.
Well, Brooks Store right now 5th on track. 4th place goes to Tommy Lemons. Then it's the numbered Ryan Glinsky, the 28 car that is currently scored 3rd. Here we come off turn 4. The 51 of Matt Linker is your race leader. Bid for the race lead. They'll look for almost 3 wide off turn 4. They'll think better of it, and they will roll and single file it out down the first straightaway. Tommy Lemons is looking for it.
Lemons looking high on the outside. He was here this week practicing several days, trying to get his 27 car dialed in. He's a previous Myrtle Beach 400 winner. Both down at the bottom of the racetrack. 2nd place and 3rd place at the bottom of the racetrack as Lemons is covering down here in the final laps.
Sam Yarbrough, solid 4th place on the racetrack right now for the 5-time champion 95 machine. So Robert Elliott horsepower, solid 4th here so far. It looks like 2 to go this time by the start finish line for your race leader Brian Voss as he'll slide that car off turn 4 down the front stretch. Brian Voss driving that car like he stole it. He is on a rail here tonight. 2 to go for the 26 machine, and he'll look for his first win in 2019 right here at Myrtle Beach Speedway if he can hang on.
Here goes a battle for 2nd place as the man doesn't want to be denied. He wants 2nd bad. He's at the bottom of the racetrack. He's got to use a lot of gumption to get by 27 Lemons.
Final lap, the white flag displayed to your race leader, Brian Voss. He will work down the back straightaway all by himself. Nobody around him pretty much. He's got a clean racetrack. It is his race to lose. Through turn 3, now the center, and now through turn 4. Here comes the man, Brian Voss. Congratulations goes out to that race team, the Stallings. Race team wins it here at Myrtle Beach Speedway by way of Brian Voss. Congratulations going on.
Thank Billy and Will Brewerton for everything they've done to give me an opportunity. Last year it started with the truck, It started with the truck, and I had a long drought there for a while. I kind of started doubting myself, and we picked up some wins last year with the truck. And to get this year with the stout field, I mean, that's huge. And I've got to thank Justin Milliken, Steve Stallings, everything. They help us out now. We kind of race together, and he's helped me tremendously. Thank him.
What do you think the difference is to get a car that was usually a 5th place car in the victory lane? You had to do something with the chassis, and you also had to learn to drive the car as smooth as you could.
That's right. I mean, again, got to pay a huge respect to Justin Milliken. I mean, he's been on top of his game last year, and he's helped us and guided us in the right direction. I owe it all to him. But this thing was a good piece for sure. Brian Tanner, these racing engines, we blew the same motor up back in November. Did a whole short block assembly, got it back right, and it's pretty stout for 604.
Let's talk about the rest of 2019. Sometimes you've been in and out of rides, not had that consistent seat that you needed and a steering wheel in your hands that would allow you to really prove your worth. What's going to happen this year?
I hope this is a sign of bigger and better things to come for the rest of the year. Like I said, Mr. Billy and Will believe in me, and I don't know why, but I'm glad I can give them a win tonight, and hopefully we can get a lot more this year.
Well, it's a popular win, and our congratulations. David Gooding comes over, and David has helped a lot of guys over the years, but it takes a car that goes around the racetrack with little effort. And when you get one like this, you hope, hey, I hope I don't lose a corner off this car.
That's exactly right. I didn't used to be a fan of twins, but I hope we run twins every week now. I'll take it. This thing, we moved some tires around, and that second race, it really came to life.
So you did move the tires because you can't change a tire, but it puts you in a position that obviously you knew exactly what you needed to do.
That's right. It's all about kind of getting the rubber where it needs to go based off how the car was running the first race. We knew we needed a good tire, in the right rear because it was pretty free. But swapped some tires around, made a few adjustments, and the track cooling off helped out tremendously as well.
Congratulations once again to Brian Voss for his victory here at the beginning of the 2019 season.